I'm recording the class. I'm recording now. Okay, so today, inshallah, we're gonna be working on grammar. I sent you the grammar lesson yesterday. I hope everybody got it. Alaikum salam. Good morning, Omar. Good afternoon. Sorry.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yeah. So, Mr. Anthony, can you tell us what today's class is going to be about?
Yeah, today's class is going to be about using conjunctions.
Yeah.
And using conjunctions to join sentences.
Yeah.
So conjunctions are words that join sentences.
Aha, that's right. So everyone, can you tell us what does the word conjunction means?
To conjunct two sentences.
Yes, very good. These are these are words that connect sentences together. Good afternoon, Ilyas. Good afternoon, Mu'taz. Okay.
Mu'taz didn't catch that.
So yeah. So for I'm gonna take turns now. Let me see. We have 5 people. So
Mister, there is something in the middle of the screen.
what is it?
It's blue, red, and white.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Isn't it clear?
Wait. I will do annotate and let you see. This, see?
No, I can't see anything. Aha, yeah. This is only to a picture to give you an example. This is an example.
Sorry, excuse me.
A conjunction, this is a conjunction actually, because it connects 2 pieces. You see, Aziz?
Yeah.
This is a picture. It's a picture of a wire, and it is disconnected. All right. So what does a conjunction do? A conjunction connects 2 pieces actually. So writers join clauses to show how ideas connect, like the picture you see now, Aziz. All right. So, all right. So they can connect clauses in different ways. Think of each of these ways of connecting ideas as a tool. But before we go on, boys, sorry, I forgot to just review with you. I'm gonna go with, we have 7 people here. We have, so this is the turn, boys.
I joined first.
It's not how it is with me here, Aziz.
How?
I sent you the picture on WhatsApp. So, so I'm gonna start with Abdulaziz. You're lucky, man. Okay, so can you see my computer screen here, Aziz?
Yes.
What is this word? Can you read this word?
Car.
So what can we call this word? Is it a word or a phrase or a clause or a sentence?
A word.
A word. Very good. How about a car?
Yes.
What is it? Is it a word? Again, I'm talking about.
Phrase.
I'm talking about. So a car, sorry. A car, you said,
Good morning.
Is a word, right? What type of word? Good morning, Hamad. It's a word, right? And how about a car?
Phrase.
A phrase. Very good. Why is it a phrase, Aziz?
Because
not
it
a
has
word.
a.
What is it?
It has a.
Very good. It has an article plus a noun. It has the article a plus the noun ka. Very good.
Yes.
How about, so what type of phrase is this? We call it a noun phrase. Right? So,
yes. And this is a prepositional phrase.
How about in the car?
A prepositional phrase.
A prepositional phrase.
Welcome.
Prepositional phrase. I love you, Aziz. I love you. Very good. Now, let's move to someone else. Let's move on to someone else. Let's move to Omar.
Hello, can you hear
Omar
me?
Habibi.
Okay.
Good morning, Muhammad Jibreen.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, Mr.
Good afternoon, sorry. I always keep forgetting.
Good afternoon.
Okay. So a prepositional phrase, you said, Omar. Aziz said, in the car is a prepositional phrase. Why do you think it's a prepositional phrase?
Because in the
A preposition?
nouns come from noun phrase.
Yes, very good. It's a preposition
Blah,
plus
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 noun phrase.
a
Sorry.
noun
Noun phrase.
phrase. And the noun phrase is what? And the noun phrase is what?
Preposition.
Yeah, a noun phrase is the, which is an article, and car, which is
Yes.
a noun, right? Amouri Habibi?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
very good. How about who's next on my list? Let's move to Muhammad Al-Aqil.
Yes.
Hamoudi Habibi. Can you read
Yes.
this utterance, please?
Okay.
Yeah.
I stepped out of my car. It started to rain. This is a
So
sentence.
how would you define
Close.
I stepped out of my car? Is it a word, a phrase,
It says
a clause, or a
sentence.
sentence?
Sentence.
I love you. Why is it a sentence?
It has a subject and verb.
Very good. It has a subject and verb, plus it gives a complete thought.
Give complete thought. Yes.
Yeah, very good. What's the subject
And
here?
the subject is my car.
Excuse me? The subject, the doer of the verb.
Sorry.
Yeah, because who stepped out of the car? Who stepped out of the car? I. So I is the subject here. So where the verb or the action here?
Stepped.
Wonderful, wonderful. And of course, the whole sentence give us a complete thought, right? How about it started
Yes.
to rain? I'm gonna move to Mu'taz. Can you join us, Mu'taz?
Yes.
I love you. Thank you for joining us. All right, Mu'taz Habibi. How about it started to
Yes.
rain?
I didn't catch that.
Oh, is it started to rain? Can you see the highlighted sentence here on my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Is it a word or a phrase or a clause or a sentence?
Close.
A clause. Why?
No.
Can you tell us what a clause is, Mu'taz Habibi?
It's like a sentence, but doesn't give a complete thought.
Yes, very good. It's like a sentence, but it doesn't give a complete thought. That's wonderful. I love you, man. Very good. Very good, Mu'taz Habibi. So, but this is a sentence you said, right?
No, I said close.
It started to rain is a clause.
Yes.
Is it connected in meaning to anything else?
No.
No. So it's a sentence. It has a subject, which is it. It has a verb,
And a verb.
and it gives a complete thought, and it can stand alone. Can't it?
Yes.
So it's a sentence here, right?
Yes.
Yes, very good. So let's move on to my dear love, Muhammad Al-Jibreen. Are you there?
Yes.
Habibi Hamoudi, can you read the second this sentence for us, please?
When I stepped out of my car, it started to rain.
So if I will stop you here.
When I stepped out of my car.
Very good. Is this a sentence?
No, I don't think so.
But you said no. Wonderful. Nice answer. But it has a subject, which is I, and it has a verb.
But
Why?
it's not complete. It's not complete. Doesn't give a complete
It
thought.
doesn't give a complete thought. It's connected to something else to complete the meaning, isn't it?
Yes.
What is
Yes,
it?
because it has when in the beginning.
It has when. Very good. And when is called a conjunction. We're gonna find out about when later in this class, Hamoudi. I love you. Thank you,
Okay.
Hamoudi. So,
Okay.
so
No.
what?
No, just nothing. I'm sorry.
Pardon me, love. I didn't get you've lost me.
No, it's nothing. I didn't say anything.
Okay, Habibi, thank you. Thank you for being humble. Okay, so when I stepped out of my car, it started to rain. So it started to rain is another clause, right? But this
Yes.
clause, together with this clause, complete the meaning of a whole sentence, isn't it? Right,
Yes.
boys? Hello? Can you
Hello.
hear me?
Yes, yes,
Yes, we can.
So the two sentences together, the two clauses together make one whole, but this sentence, we call it a complex sentence.
Sentence.
What do we call it? The whole
Complex sentence.
thing. The whole thing. The whole thing
Complex.
is called a complex sentence. The first part
Because
of the sentence is subordinate clause or time clause.
the sec-
The second part of the sentence is called the main clause, as it can stand alone. But this part of the sentence, the reddish one, the one which is highlighted with red, cannot stand alone. All right, boys? Do you
So
understand?
it's a complex sentence.
Very good. We call this sentence a complex sentence because it has the coordinating conjunction when. All right. So let's move on to Hamad al-Dakhail, since I hear his
Yes.
voice recently.
Yes.
Amoudi Habibi, can you read this sentence for us, please?
I stepped out of my car and it started to rain.
What's the difference between this sentence here and the above sentence?
The first sentence can stand alone because it said, I stepped, here's the subject, and
Very
stepped
good.
is a verb.
Very
Out of
good.
my car is the complete thought.
How
And
did
it
I?
started,
Yeah, but it's still not a sentence. Do you know that? It's still a clause. But in this case, we call it an independent clause. We call it an independent
No.
clause because as you said, Hamoudi, it stands alone. Why is it a clause then, since it is able to stand alone, as it is still connected in meaning to another clause, which is it started to rain. How did I connect the two clauses together? Hello?
with a comma, mister. With
Only
a comma.
Hamoudi?
Mr. Can you give me a minute? I have noise here.
Okay, it's okay.
Mister, I
With
have
a
a
comma
question.
and mister.
Very
and.
good. So I connected the two sentences with and. We call and a coordinating conjunction as it connects
Conjunction.
two independent clauses, all right?
Yes.
So that's, do you remember and is one of the fanboys. Do you remember fanboys?
Yes.
Yes.
Can somebody
a
remind
question,
me of the
mister.
fanboys?
I think
We have F,
4
we have A,
is for
we have N,
N
we have
B,
B,
B
we have
O
O,
O
Y,
Y,
S.
S. Very good.
Sorry,
And
Mr. I'm back.
F for
F for 4. Yes, very good.
yeah.
A for
And-
and
A for and. Very good.
Nor.
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 Wonderful. My boys are
But.
brilliant. B for but.
Really good.
Or
But
O for or. Very
Or.
good.
yet.
yet
Yes.
Y
So.
for yet. S for
So.
I love you.
So.
I love you. I love you all. Wonderful boys. So we call these coordinating conjunction. And that's why they join two parts or two clauses, which are independent clauses. That's why we call this sentence, what do we call it? Compound sentence. So the previous one was what? Complex.
Complex.
And this one,
is
is
Mister, we
compound.
studied this
Compound.
before, right?
Yeah. This is only to prepare
pound.
only to prepare for, because this is closely related to what we're going to say in today's class. All right. So what do we
Mister,
call this
is today's class half an hour?
Yeah. 35 minutes. Hopefully, we're going to mix it 35 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
And luckily, alhamdulillah, there are no glitches today. So I'm going to go back to Mr.
Can
Anthony.
you explain?
Are you
Mister, I
joining
have a question.
through your laptop or through your mobile phone?
Me laptop, computer.
Mr. Omar, can
I'm-
you explain the compound sentence? I have a
Mr.
question.
Anthony,
Yes.
are you joining us through your mobile phone or your laptop?
My mobile phone, but I have, yeah, my
You have the
mobile phone.
PowerPoint presentation, haven't you?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I'll make you the host, and you're going to host the meeting. What I have to do, I'm going to click on participants, and I'm going to,
Okay.
make you the host so that you can have the meeting and discuss the couple of slides ahead of us here. All right?
Great.
Or would you like me to follow
Yes.
you on my screen?
You can use your screen and direct me.
Okay,
Uh,
okay, Mr. Anthony. So,
yeah.
Mr. Anthony, the microphone is yours.
Okay. So conjunctions, they connect clauses in different ways. Think of each of these connecting ideas as a tool in a writer's toolbox.
Yes. You see? Okay. What's an independent clause, Mr. Anthony? We discussed it, boys.
Can I answer, Mr.?
Independent clause has a subject and a verb.
Yeah, and it can stand.
Yes. It was
It can stand by itself as a sentence.
by itself as a sentence.
Yeah, can you give us an example, Mr. Anthony?
Our computer broke
So this is a sentence. How do I know this is a sentence, Mr. Anthony?
because there's
Subject.
enough information. There's subject
Very
and
good.
a verb.
It has a subject and a verb, and it gives a complete,
And the complete thought.
thought. Wonderful. So, second example.
These streets were paved almost 3 centuries ago.
So, how
So
do I
again,
know this is
we
a
have a
sentence?
subject streets and verb were paved.
Okay. Does it give
So,
us?
and it also is a complete thought.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes, Aziz.
Can I go to the
Yes, yes,
slide
love.
before? Yes, and in the last sentence, where are the clauses?
There are no clauses. There are one sentence only, Aziz.
And the clauses sentence. That
Now we're gonna talk about clause. A clause is a sentence that is connected to another clause. You see what I
So-
mean, Aziz?
A clause is two sentences that are connected
Connected
to each other.
together. You can say that.
But if you
Uh,
have only one clause, that doesn't form
That's a
sentence.
sentence. So this is a sentence. We can't call this a clause here. All right? You see what I mean?
How does it become a clause? If you,
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you now. I'm gonna tell you now, Aziz. Don't worry. Don't worry, love. Let's see. Let's wait and see. Patience is a virtue. Thank you for asking, Mr. Anthony. What do you have in this slide to tell us about?
So a writer can join 2 independent clauses into a single sentence if
Yes.
the ideas are, firstly, related to each other in some way and equally important.
Mr. Umar, I have a question.
Yes, Hamad.
What's the meaning of virtue? The word virtue.
Virtue. Haha.
Yes.
Virtue is like fadila, like الصبر حلو يعني. Patience is a virtue. Thank you for asking. Okay. Okay, Mr. Anthony. Go on.
Yeah. So I forgot my sweater.
Yeah.
My mum brought it to me. So these are these 2 sentences that could be connected. So we can use
Yeah,
a conjunction
so,
here to connect
So
them.
far, these are 2 sentences, Aziz. They are not clauses yet. We cannot call any of these clauses because they are not connected yet. Once we start to connect them, like Mr. Anthony will tell us in a minute, they are going to be clauses. But one of them is going to be independent clauses, one that stands alone, and a dependent
So I have-
clause, one that cannot stand alone. Or 2
have a
independent
question.
clauses if I'm joining them with a coordinating conjunction with that's one of the fanboys. Okay, Mr. Anthony?
I have a question.
Yes,
Sorry,
Mu'taz.
what's the question? Yeah, what's the question, Mu'taz?
So if there's 2 clauses, we only join them, connect them by using fanboys.
Not only fanboys. Fanboys make compound sentence. All right, Mu'taz? But we have other
Okay.
conjunction which we will discuss later in this class, inshallah. Hopefully.
So conjunctions and the fanboys connect.
We're gonna discuss them tomorrow in tomorrow's class. All right?
Okay.
But look at these sentences, Mu'taz. These are 2 sentences here, right?
Yes.
Why? Because each one is a standalone entity, right?
Entity.
entity للكيان, like مستقل. Each one of them is a sentence. But look here, what happened?
They are compound sentence.
Very good. I merged the two clauses together. Now they have become two clauses. Where are the two clauses that I have here?
I forgot my sweater. My mom brought it to me.
So I
First one
forgot
is
my
independent.
sweater is one clause, right?
This
Yes.
is independent.
Very good. And this is, like Aziz pointed out, independent clause. And where is the other clause?
My mom brought it to me.
I love you. My mom brought it to me. And I connected them using what?
But
But
And but is one with the fanboy. So the whole thing is what?
a compound sentence.
A compound sentence. And guess what? These clauses are two independent clauses. So this is one independent clause and this is one independent clause.
Mr. I have a question, Mr.
Yes, Amouri.
Is I must put the fanboys?
Yeah, the fanboys connect two independent clauses, Amouri, and make a compound sentence. I can use other conjunctions, but we are going to learn about them later, inshallah.
Mister, I have two questions. First
Yes,
one,
Aziz.
a normal sentence is called a sentence, but a sentence that is made of two clauses are called the compound sentence.
I love you. I love you, Aziz. So,
And,
like you said, Aziz, look at this. The previous slide. Sorry, I have to end this annotation. All right.
Minister, is there any compound sentence that doesn't have a fanboy or a conjunction?
Pardon me, Aziz.
Is there any compound sentence that doesn't have a conjunction?
No, only if we have a semicolon.
what is a
Yes.
semicolon?
A semicolon
Dot and
A dot and a
comma
comma.
with a dot over it.
Oh,
Okay, thank you.
Welcome, love. Okay, so
Can we complete?
yes, Mr. Anthony.
Yeah, so I forgot my sweater, but my mum brought it to me. So that's a compound sentence. So I think the next one is also going to need another fanboys, I'm guessing. The
Yeah.
Next sentence.
So,
So she missed the bus, something she walked to school.
yes. So these are two
But-
sentences here, Mr. Anthony, right?
Yes, so
And
once
these
these
sentences
are
are
two.
they close in
Can I
meaning?
connect them?
Are they close in meaning, Mr. Anthony?
But
Yes.
Can I do it,
No.
Mister?
Okay.
I
What's the
asked
relationship
before.
between the two sentences, Mr. Anthony?
So we need to use a conjunction in the middle.
Because this is a
She
cause
missed
and
the-
effect,
Cause and
right?
effect relationship,
A
yes.
result, yeah. So
Me. Oh,
So she. Yeah, so works there. Mhm.
I'm gonna have to look at those who are raising their hands. I have Abdulaziz bin Jama'. What do you want to say, Abdulaziz?
I was gonna say so, but
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Aziz. Okay, don't worry, Aziz. We have lots of exercises.
yes, I know.
Only
Okay,
the presentation. But I'm happy that you understand. And is there anybody else raising his hand? No. No. Okay.
Thank
Okay,
you.
boys. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm gonna give. We are gonna give everybody the chance to participate. Okay, Mr. Anthony, go on.
Okay, so yeah, these before were independent sentences, and now we've used coordinating conjunctions and made them compound sentences.
What do you call them after using the coordinating conjunction?
Compound sentence.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Anthony. So, what's a coordinating conjunction?
Coordinating conjunctions are one tool that writers use to join independent clauses. You can use the word fanboys to remember all 7 coordinating conjunctions. So we just discussed fanboys before. So or, and, nor, but, or, yet,
Hooray.
so.
Hooray. Very good. Very good. And what's your tip, Mr. Anthony?
Grammar Girl says, independent clauses in a compound sentence can be joined with a semicolon So that was what we discussed before, a comma with a dot. When they are related and of equal importance. When you use a semicolon, do not use a coordinating conjunction.
So this answers Mu'taz's question, right, Mr. Anthony?
Yes.
So we have a compound
So-
sentence without a conjunction here, Mu'taz.
Mister, we already took the semicolon lesson.
Yeah, maybe you
Yes.
forgot. It's okay, Habibi. Maybe, you know, we are human.
First,
Human do what, Muhammad?
Mister, so you
Forget.
can use
Yes.
conjunction only semicolon and fanboys only.
Yes, and this way the sentence can be compound sentence. But we
Is
have
there
also
anything-
something which is called the conjunctive. We're gonna deal with this later. The conjunctive.
Is there
Like,
anything
therefore,
other than
We
the
studied
semicolon and-
conjunctive before, but okay, we're gonna discuss them later, inshallah. Okay, Mr. Anthony, yeah. Another example.
So, as you can see, they're not using one of the fanboys. They replaced it with a semicolon. So, a porpoise is not a fish, semicolon, it is a mammal. So, it's actually it's quite important to learn how to use semicolons because they're quite useful in writing. And if you don't know how to use them, you won't incorporate them into writing. A lot of people struggle with using semicolons, but they're actually not too difficult once you understand now that we can use them instead of a fanboys if the sentence is related.
Yeah,
Or of equal importance.
We have a golden rule here, Mr. Anthony. If you can use one of the fanboys to connect two clauses, so you can
There's the semicolon.
semicolon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Anthony.
Yeah,
go
it's
on, sorry to interrupt.
So and then the second sentence is also related. Amon collects baseball cards. I collect coins. So both are collecting things. So therefore they can use a semicolon. You can use a semicolon instead of and or one of the
Instead and or
fanboys.
Or but.
And or but, yeah.
Oh, we have only 10 minutes left. What? Time just fly by, boys. How come? We have only 10 minutes, sorry. Don't worry, if we couldn't finish the class today, we can finish it tomorrow. So let's consider this part one of the class. Yes, Mr. Anthony.
You can
Mr.
start
And-
another class.
Mr. In the school, we take for the grammar lesson maybe 3 days.
Yeah, it's okay, Hamad. Thank you. Mr. Anthony, which coordinating conjunction?
Which coordinating conjunction should a writer choose? That depends on how the ideas in the independent clauses relate to each other. If the two independent clauses show parallel ideas, the writer may use and.
Yeah, we can also say if the second clause add more information to the first sentence, we can also use and. Right, Mr. Anthony?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and add more information, actually, and also have parallel ideas, right? As well as having a parallel idea, it adds more information. Like this example.
Yes. I have a question too after this. So after hours in the water, the castaway struggled through the surf and he clawed his way onto the beach, collapsing at the water's edge.
Yes.
So they use and here to express
Parallel
further
idea.
information
Yeah.
or parallel ideas. I have a question, Mr. Omar. Sometimes people don't use a comma before the and. How do you know when to use a comma before you put an and?
I love you, Mr. Anthony. This is a very good question you've got here. Actually,
I guess it's
we only use a comma before and if it connects two clauses. For example, if I say, Mr. Anthony, Mr. Anthony and I are doing a joined class together. Should I use a comma before and here?
No.
no.
Why?
No.
Because
It's
it
not
connects a
because
noun.
that's so close.
Because
Enough.
there's no
Not a
If I
conjunction.
more than
say,
two.
was it?
Because there's
More
only
than
one
two, you
clause.
can put two.
No, not more than two, Amuri. It connects two clauses. If I say Mr. Anthony
You didn't use
is
the comma because it's
doing
not
a grammar class,
Class and
I
a literature.
am joining him. Why have I put comma here before and?
Because
they
it's
Because
connected
there
to
are
a
two
clause.
clauses.
Another clause. It has a subject and a verb.
Yes, two
two
clauses.
clauses.
Yes, very good. So when do we put a comma before the and?
If it's connected to two clauses.
Two clauses. And the
Mister,
clause
I
has
have a
subject
question.
and the verb. A subject and the verb. Remember these key words, boys.
Mister, I have a question.
Yes, question.
And the first sentence is and the conjunction, and in the second sentence it is, and the first sentence it is
Yeah,
not.
but
Am I right?
and here we call this a compound subject. So it connects only two subjects, two phrases,
Yes.
rather than two clauses, Hamad. That's why we
So and
one
is not
sentence.
conjunction.
This is one sentence with a compound subject.
Yes.
You got it, Hamoudi? So the
Yes,
whole
yes.
thing is one sentence with a compound subject. Do you understand,
Thank you.
Hamad? But the second one,
Yes, I-
these are two clauses connected together by a coordinating conjunction, which is in this case and it should
And.
be preceded by a comma.
Thank you, Mister.
Welcome, love. Mr.
So
Anthony?
it's a compound sentence.
The second one is a compound sentence. The first one is a simple sentence.
Okay.
So this is simple sentence. And this is, of course, compound
Compound sentence.
sentence. All right, love? You
Thank you.
understand, love?
Yes.
Okay. So let's get back to Mr. Anthony. Yes, Mr. Anthony.
Yep.
Have my boys, where my boys are able to
Yeah.
answer the question?
You guys did great. Thank you for clarifying.
Welcome. Okay.
You're welcome.
So now, if the two independent clauses show a contrast, so meaning difference
Yes.
or different opinions, the writer
Contradiction.
may use but or yet to
Yes.
join them.
Yes. That's a very good point.
Everyone was clearly uncomfortable, yet no one said a word.
So if everybody now is uncomfortable, we expect that they speak up, right? But they didn't.
But, Mister.
They didn't.
But it's better, Mister.
But yeah, yes, Amouri. But means yet, Amouri. They have the same meaning, almost the same meaning. Right, Mr. Anthony?
Yes. Yeah, yet's a little
No,
bit
it's,
more. How do you explain what yet? How do you
Old-fashioned?
when to use yet?
Old-fashioned?
Old-fashioned, yeah. Yeah, I
Mister,
would say
I have a
old-fashioned.
question.
Yes, Aziz.
Which one is the independent?
Both are independent, Aziz, because as I told you, in a compound sentence, both clauses are independent. Because we are still talking about compound clauses, compound sentences
Mister,
with
So
fanboy.
where,
So the
so
fanboy,
where does
the semicolon connect two independent clauses.
Just to remind
Okay.
you, Mister, there is 5 minutes left.
Pardon me,
No, three.
Hamoudi, come again?
three?
There is only 5 minutes left, just to remind you.
Yeah, only three.
Three.
Actually, three. Anyway, quickly, Mr. Anthony.
Yep. At
Why?
first,
It's
we
1:55.
planned to brave the crowds, but we decided to stay home instead. So these are two different contrasting sentences. So therefore, but is used as the conjunction to join the two independent clauses.
Yes, that's right. So
Let's go to moment of truth.
if
Moment
If
of
the two
truth.
if the two independent clauses show cause and effect, the writer may use so or for to join them. For
Yeah.
cause and effect. Do you guys know cause and effect, the meaning?
Yes.
yes,
So
yes.
the parking lot does not have drains, so it flooded during the storm. So the first sentence was the cause, and the second sentence is the effect, and it's joined with the conjunction so.
Or the result.
Or the result, yeah, the result, exactly. It could be the result too. So the second sentence, the lost campers were hungry, or they had not eaten. So the second sentence now is the cause, and the first sentence is the effect. They are both now using the cause and effect to show a complete as
We're
a
going to discuss
compound.
your
Sorry.
point tomorrow, Mu'taz. Inshallah, we're going to discuss your point. Yeah, many words in English has more than one meaning. Yet can have here in our case here, when it connects two clauses, it has the meaning of what,
you.
but it can mean something that's not happened, that has not happened so far, and we're going to discuss it tomorrow. Mr. Anton, sorry, we are going to stop here at the practice. So go home and study, boys, because let's consider that.
We are at home.
Inshallah, I'm going to ask you start with the
We
practice.
have 1 minute.
Can you end the class with Mr.
Less
Anthony?
than 1
We
minute.
have 1 minute left.
Mr. Anthony.
Mister,
can
we
you
are
end the class?
at home.
We have
Mu'taz,
1 minute.
okay? Ha 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 ha. So
Mr.
funny.
Anthony?
We still
Mr.
have
Anthony?
a minute.
Yes. Goodbye, boys. We will be joining you from tomorrow, but practice questions, and if you have any more questions,
Is there any
we
homework?
will ask them tomorrow.
Yeah. Try to do the worksheets, Aziz. This is the homework.
Thank you, Mr.
Okay.
Anthony. Thank
You
you,
didn't
Mr.
give us any
for your
worksheet.
hard effort.
Which
Thank
worksheet?
you,
No
Mahmoud. I love
problem.
you.
Mister,
Which
I hope-
worksheet?
I hope more
In the
people-
group,
On the
in the
English
group.
group, on the English group.
In the group, Abdulaziz.
Mister,
There is
don't
nothing
guys
in the group.
encourage
Yes, there is.
urge others to